what up, guys? So what we're going to be talking about today is pinpoint pitching, and a lot of people have been asking about this on things that they can do to get better. I'm going to make this short and sweet and simple. We're not going to go too in depth, but I think there's like really two huge tips that will help with pinpoint pitching. Right now we are in the practice mode, so let's check it out, guys. Okay, here we are in practice mode. I picked Logan Webb because he has a sinker, a fastball, a slider, and a changeup. I really do think finding pitchers, first of all, that have this type of combo is really, really good. So start off with a fastball, right? With pinpoint, you know, if you don't know what pinpoint is, it's where you use the thumbstick, your analog stick, to pitch with. Now, the key to pitching here, guys, this is tip number one, okay? And we're only gonna do 2 tips. All right, 2 tips, that's it. Tip number 1 is just be perfect or late. Never be early. You never want to be early because that hangs the ball. So like when I pick a sinker, and if you always find yourself hanging sinkers, well, it's probably because you're actually showing up too early. Make sure you're late, to be honest. I always make sure I'm late. So for example, you know, I throw it for sure out of the strike zone if the batter's swinging. And yeah, I mean, boom, dotted. 0.02 late. If you saw that, I was 0.02 late. It went right where we were at. I'm gonna throw it kind of in the same spot, hopefully, and I'm gonna try to be early. Okay, you see how it was 0.15 early? You see how much higher it went up? Like, you know, that's tip number 1. Always be late. Hey guys, Future J here, and I just wanted to clarify the be perfect or late. The be late aspect of it only applies if you're throwing it for a ball low. So if you're throwing it high and you want it to be a ball, be sure to be early, right? So it's the same principles, and I just want to make sure that's clarified. If you're throwing it inside to a batter, you know, being early or late really isn't going to dictate anything other than the height of your pitch being up and down. So if you're trying to spot them inside in the middle of the zone, really try to aim to be perfect. So yeah, guys, I appreciate it. You know, especially if you're throwing a ball, a lot of people for off speed, they hang sliders, right? You know, you say you're aiming right here, which a lot of people do. Throw it early. Watch this. You throw it early, boom. Look how high that went. It was still a ball, thankfully, but it's high enough to where that meaty part of a power swing is going to hit it. There's late. You see how it's like a ball? So if batters are swinging and are very swing happy, definitely be late on the pitch. Changeups are so good, and a lot of people hang them. Just make sure you're late. You rather throw a ball than give them something juicy to hit on a 1-2 count that they don't have to swing at it, but you know what I mean? Like if you're on a 1-2 pitch, like you got to protect as a batter, they're gonna be thinking swing. So you definitely want to, you know, you'd rather throw a ball than throw them something juicy. So that's tip number 1. I would say always be late, right? Always be late. If you can't be perfect, always be late, and pay attention to that because you might be early. Okay. Tip number 2 is tunneling your pitches. This I'd say is a little more advanced, but it's really easy to understand. Tunneling your pitch is, so I'm going to throw a fastball here, right? Okay, there's a fastball. Now tunneling your pitch is making a different pitch look like it's the same pitch. Okay, it's getting the ball to go down ideally the same tunnel as the fastball. So like right there, I threw it down the middle. So like, you know, it was high. now I want to throw a sinker low. It's going to look really identical to like that fastball, and then it sinks out, right? Logan Webb actually has quite a bit of break on his sinker. So like, for example, so first I throw a sinker here, and this is us tunneling a sinker, right? Oh, they didn't swing at that? Okay, we're gonna make the pitch look like the same thing. And I would say the fastball kind of broke right there, so this is where we want it to go. Boom. It kind of looks similar to the sinker, right? So like it looked like it was gonna sink in, but it didn't. It stayed there, and it's a strike. You got them looking. You want to tunnel your pitches and make them look good, like then you can throw a changeup in. You know what I mean? Throw a changeup in. Boom. It started at the same location, but then it dropped down. This is tunneling your pitches, and this will make you an absolutely filthy pitcher. I'm not saying I'm the best pitcher at all. I'm just finding things that have helped me become a better player, and I'm happy to share them along the way with a lot of other players that started out just, in a spot of not knowing what to throw. So the main things here to take away from this: one, be late on pinpoint pitches so that you're not hanging pitches. And number two is tunneling pitches. Definitely, play in I like playing in co-op. It's a little, I feel like a little less sweaty. It's just one of those things. It's a great way to practice, and it doesn't affect your actual rank if you guys are really into like your rank score. Play with friends, try to figure them out. And as you get higher up in ratings, it's gonna get tougher. Hitters are better at telling when you're tunneling pitches, but that, to be honest with you guys, is a video for another day. If you guys are playing on veteran or all-star difficulty, I really think this will be a huge tip video for you guys. Definitely, again, hit us up in the comments with other things you want to see, maybe explaining, maybe things that I can explain to you guys more in depth. I'm here to help, guys. And I definitely appreciate all the love on TikTok we've been getting, the love on YouTube, the love on Twitch. It's been it's been a wonderful 2 weeks, guys. And needless to say, like, I'm very thankful everyone who's joining Random Nation. I appreciate you guys. And guys, dude, we're so close to 1,000 subs on YouTube. It's insane. So if you guys are wanting to see more series like this, more tip videos, and you want to see how I progress, smash that sub button, guys, because we're climbing up there. We're getting better too, and hopefully, we'll be able to compete with the big dogs here soon. There are some players that are just absolutely crazy out there, and good luck anybody pitching to them. But in the end, guys, I gotta say, thank you, and as always, be safe, be cool, and we'll catch you in the next one.